out past everything you have ever seen, past every planet you learn about in school. There is a world where something happens that sounds almost impossible. A planet where it actually rains diamonds, constantly, silently in the freezing dark. To reach it, you would have to leave Mercury behind first. A scorched, cratered rock so close to the sun that daytime temperatures would melt lead. And yet somehow, it's not even close to the strangest place in our solar system. Next comes Venus, wrapped in thick, poisonous yellow clouds of sulfuric acid hiding a surface hot enough to melt metal, a planet so hostile that no spacecraft has ever survived there for more than a couple of hours. And then comes next the Earth, our home, the only place we know for certain holds life, shrinking behind us as we continue traveling outward, deeper into a solar system most people never think to explore beyond. Mars follows, rust-red and dusty, the planet most of us dream about visiting one day. But even Mars is only a small stepping stone on this particular journey towards something far stranger. Beyond Mars lies the asteroid belt, millions of rocky fragments left over from the solar system's early formation, tumbling silently to space, remnants of a planet that never quite managed to form. Jupiter comes next, the largest planet in our solar system, so massive that over 1,000 Earths could fit inside it. And still, this isn't even our final destination on this journey. Then comes Saturn, follows, instantly recognizable by its glowing rings, made of ice and rock, tilted at just the right angle to catch sunlight in one of the most photographed sights in all of astronomy. And finally, after traveling past every planet you have ever heard of, a small blue dot begins to grow larger in the distance. The planet we have actually come here to explore. This is Neptune, the eighth and final planet from the Sun, wrapped in a deep, saturated blue that make it one of the most visually striking worlds in our entire solar system. As we circle closer, thick bands of clouds streak past, driven by winds faster than anything ever recorded on Earth. Some of the fastest, most violent weather systems known anywhere in our solar system. To understand just how massive Neptune really is, place it beside Earth. Our home planet suddenly looks tiny in comparison, nearly 4 times smaller in diameter than the ice giant beside it. Neptune doesn't orbit close to anything familiar either. It travels an enormous, slow path around the Sun, one so vast it takes the planet an incredibly long time to complete even a single trip. The exact distance is almost impossible to picture. 4.5 billion kilometers from the Sun, so far that sunlight itself takes over 4 hours just to travel from the Sun to Neptune. Because of that enormous distance, a single year on Neptune lasts roughly 165 Earth years, meaning no human being has ever lived long enough to witness a full Neptune year. Neptune isn't alone in holding the secret we are about to uncover. Neighboring planet Uranus shares the exact same strange and remarkable phenomena happening deep beneath its own thick, swirling clouds. Together, scientists refer to these two distant worlds as the ice giants, and increasingly research suggests they may be the only 2 diamond-producing planets anywhere in our entire solar system. To understand exactly how that's possible, we need to go beneath Neptune clouds entirely, descending into layers of atmosphere that no human being, no spacecraft has ever physically been able to touch. The outer layer of Neptune atmosphere is made primarily of hydrogen and helium gas, familiar ingredients found in the outer layers of most larger gas planets throughout our solar system. But continue descending and the composition changes dramatically. Beneath that outer shell lies a thick, churning layer of methane gas, the very same gas responsible for Neptune's unmistakable deep blue color. This methane layer is anything but calm. It churns violently, driven by extreme pressure difference and temperature gradients that create some of the most chaotic weather patterns found anywhere in our solar system. As you push deeper into this swirling layer, powerful directional winds streak fast in every direction, some clocked at speeds exceeding 2,000 kilometers per hour, faster than any storm ever recorded on Earth. The deeper you travel through this methane layer, the darker and denser everything becomes. Sunlight fading almost entirely as the crushing rate of the atmosphere above continues building relentlessly overhead. And with that increasing depth comes something extraordinary. Pressure that begins climbing far beyond anything found on Earth's surface, eventually reaching levels that most materials simply cannot withstand without transforming completely. To understand what happened next, picture a single methane molecule, one carbon atom bonded tightly to 4 hydrogen atoms, a stable, unremarkable little structure floating peacefully in the upper atmosphere. But as that molecule sinks deeper into the Neptune's crushing depths, the immense pressure surrounding it begins to strain those bonds, pushing the molecule toward the breaking point it was never designed to survive. Eventually, the bonds give way entirely one by one. The hydrogen atoms are violently stripped away from the molecule, torn off by forces far beyond anything ever experienced here on Earth's surface. What remains afterward is pure isolated carbon, stripped completely bare with nowhere left to go but further downward, and nothing left to do under that pressure but begins to compress. As this same process repeats across countless methane molecules throughout the layer, enormous numbers of bare carbon atoms begin drifting downward together, falling like glowing embers through the darkening atmosphere. Under the relentless pressure surrounding them, these individual carbons atoms begin drawing closer together, pressed into increasingly tight contact by forces that never let up, never pause, never relent. Slowly, methodically, these compressed atoms begin arranging themselves into a very specific geometric pattern, the exact same tightly bonded lattice structure found inside every diamond ever discovered here on Earth. That lattice structure continues tightening under the immense pressure, hardening progressively until its edges sharpen into distinct crystalline facets. The unmistakable structure, signature of a diamond taking physical shape, and there is it. A diamond, fully formed, not inside a mine, not inside a laboratory, but naturally, deep inside the crushing atmosphere of a planet located billions of kilometers from Earth. This isn't a rare, isolated event happening only occasionally. Scientists believe this exact formation occurs constantly and continuously, producing enormous quantities of diamonds deep inside Neptune's atmosphere every single day. As this process repeats across the entire methane layer simultaneously, countless individual diamonds begin forming all at once, scattered throughout this deep, dark, high-pressure region of Neptune's atmosphere. Because these diamonds are significantly denser than the surrounding atmospheric gas, gravity does exactly what physics predicts it should. It begins pulling each and every one of them steadily downward. Try to picture it clearly: an entire storm made of falling diamonds, drifting silently downward through thousands of kilometers of thick, dark atmosphere, deep inside a planet no human has ever visited. Follow the path of just one single diamond, and you would watch it continue sinking for what could realistically be days or even weeks, drifting endlessly deeper into Neptune's crushing, lightless depths. By this point, our single diamond has already traveled several thousand kilometers beneath Neptune's visible cloud tops, deeper than any spacecraft in human history has ever physically managed to travel. Some researchers believe these countless falling diamonds don't simply scatter randomly as they continue sinking. Instead, they may begin gathering together, forming an entirely new distinct layer deep beneath the clouds. Or enormous stretches of time, this layer could theoretically transform into something even stranger: a dense, slushy mixture combining diamond fragments, compressed carbon, and extraordinarily intense underlying heat and pressure. Some scientists have gone even further, proposing that near Neptune's actual core, this slush could eventually form something resembling a genuine ocean, one made entirely of liquid diamond and carbon. Picture Neptune sliced completely open, an outer gas layer, a churning metal layer beneath that, diamond rain falling steadily through the middle, and possibly an actual diamond ocean surrounding its very core. As wild as all of this sounds, it isn't simply speculation pulled from imagination. Scientists have actually managed to test this exact theory here on Earth inside a very specialized kind of laboratory. At research facilities like the SLAC National Accelerator Laboratory in California, scientists built devices specifically designed to recreate Neptune's extreme internal conditions within a fully controlled, observable laboratory environment. Using incredibly powerful lasers combined with precisely engineered shockwave technology, researchers successfully compressed small material samples to pressures and temperatures closely matching conditions deep inside Neptune's atmosphere. And remarkably, during these controlled experiments, in mere functions of a second, scientists directly observed real diamonds forming, definitively proving this process isn't purely theoretical, but genuinely, physically real. The diamonds produced inside that laboratory were microscopic in size, but the underlying physics driving their formation was completely identical to what's currently happening on a massive scale inside Neptune. Using data gathered from these experiments, researchers were able to accurately map exactly how pressure increases with depth inside Neptune, precisely pinpointing where diamonds formation genuinely becomes physically possible. To successfully recreate these exact conditions, scientists needed to generate pressure levels exceeding 1 million times greater than that what we experience daily in Earth's own atmosphere at sea level. Alongside that extraordinary pressure, temperature inside the experiment needed to reach several thousand degrees, extreme conditions that occur completely naturally every single day deep inside Neptune's atmosphere. Compare all of this to how diamonds typically form here on Earth, usually deep underground beneath entire continents, requiring enormous, almost unimaginable stretches of geological time to complete. A single carat diamond mine here on Earth can take well over 1 billion years to fully form. On Neptune, this same remarkable transformation may be happening constantly without any pause whatsoever. The overall scale in war, it is almost impossible to properly picture. potentially millions of tons of diamond material, continuously forming somewhere deep inside the crushing atmosphere of just one single planet. Naturally, scientists have also asked an obvious follow-up question. Could this exact same process be happening somewhere else in our solar system, beyond just Neptune and its neighbor Uranus? Saturn and Jupiter have both been proposed as possible candidates for similar diamond formation. Given their equally extreme internal pressures, though direct supporting evidence there remains considerably less certain for now. For the time being, these remain genuinely open scientific questions. Without direct measurements taken from deep inside these massive planets, much of this discussions firmly remains within the realm of educated theory. Neptune, alongside its neighboring planet Uranus, still holds the strongest, most scientifically supported case for genuine, ongoing diamond rain occurring anywhere within our entire solar system. Almost everything humanity currently knows about Neptune traces directly back to a single historic spacecraft, Voyager 2, launched decades ago on what would become an extraordinary, unprecedented mission of discovery. In 1989, Voyager 2 became the only spacecraft in human history to fly directly past Neptune. And if this fascinated you, subscribe. Because next, we are exploring a moon hiding more water than every ocean on Earth combined.